And welcome everybody to the Man Cave. My name is Paul Knapp, and I will be your host for this evening's show. Tonight is our final episode for the year. We thought we'd do something different, and we're just going to wing it and see who shows up. The only announcement I have to make is tonight's episode is sponsored by Swiss
Oh
Miss.
my.
Swiss Miss Instant Cocoa. Yodelay hee ho. Remember that commercial? Yodelay hee ho.
No.
You don't remember that? So we got some people that have signed in already a little early. I have no introductions for anybody because I didn't know who was going to be here.
Oh.
Sorry, Gregorio. I know you
great.
look forward to those.
All right. Always.
And Jim will be happy that there's no quiz tonight. There's no trivia. So you're off the hook there. We got Big Boss.
I'm with you there.
Big Boss Jack is already in the house. Thanks, Big Boss Jack. So Merry Christmas, everybody. Happy New Year. Happy Hanukkah. We're in the middle of Hanukkah as well.
Well, I'm here to represent the Russian mafia.
That's right. The Russian mafia is here. So. We'll still do like we normally do. I'll go around the horn, whoever pops in tonight. I sent out the link to all the guys that have been on the show before, and we'll just see who pops in. Andy and Indy, you have a link as well. I just sent it to you. So, Jim, you were first online, so why don't you talk a little bit about what's going on if you got anything new there, bro?
Oh, man, I do have something I'm going to show you, but I can't tell you much about it here. It's just straight off the printer. I don't know if you can see that or not.
Candlestick.
Yeah, candlestick.
Right.
You might wonder, why is he doing a candlestick? That was a request from a certain, he shall go nameless, but he is known for a online website.
Robert DeCastro?
No.
Oh, it's not Robert? Wow.
No, not Robert. So he's known to have a fairly well-known 1/6 scale store that most people buy for him. So I won't say any more about
Interesting.
that. So you got to guess. That's the quiz, Paul. You got to guess.
So. Man, that could be anybody.
Yeah, it could be anybody, but he's the biggest one around. He also is involved with the DFW show. So
okay.
Actually, he loaded me up with a whole bunch of projects to do for the next year. So I'm a little bit overwhelmed right at the moment. So anyway, that's part of something he's working on. Let's see what else I got going on here. Started doing these things in different colors. So that's actually been a pretty fun project. That was something Robert suggested that I do. And so we kind of collaborated on that one. So that one worked out really well. And so the original ones that I've seen, half a dozen of the boxes, they were all different colors. There were blue ones, orange ones, purple, pink. I mean, they were every color under the sun. I guess it's just whatever color Hasbro could get a hold of. So I decided to do these in 2 or 3 different colors in case somebody wants a variety there. So let's see. I'm working on a special project for Angelo. Not sure if he's going to make it tonight or not, but I'm almost ready to start printing on those things. Let's see what else is going on. Had to get another printer. I'm down. I can't seem to keep these old printers going. My oldest printer, which was 5 years old, and it was 2 years old when I got it, finally died on me. So I got down a printer. I had to buy a replacement. Now another one of my printers died last Friday. So when they're running 24 hours a day, 7 days a week for 5 years, I'd say that's pretty good use out of a mechanical device. So yeah, that's kind of what's going on that I can really talk about right now. Also working on a project for with Santa, Terry. I don't know.
Terry?
Yeah, I don't know if he can talk about it or not. Just let you know I am working on something for him. So yeah, I got a lot of special projects going on right now. So, I was just trying to keep up with what's going on. This is a busy time of year. The holidays are coming up. I'm printing as fast as I can right now and hope to get everything shipped out in the next couple of days here. So then I'm going to put my shop on vacation mode and take a little time off. So that's my plan.
You need the time off. You need the time off, Big Jim.
Well deserved.
Yeah, Angelo joined us a little late, but he's here.
No, he did make it. Okay.
Yeah,
I did.
I don't know if you heard that or not, Angelo.
I did. I did
okay.
hear you, Jim, and the hair is looking good there, brother. I see you're all cleaned up for the Christmas session.
Yep.
Yeah, I appreciate it. Take your time, no worries. And I know you're a busy man. So and then definitely enjoy your holidays with the family and turn off them damn printers.
Yeah, that's the plan. So
yeah, good.
I got to get this wave taken care of, and we'll call it quits as soon as I do.
Absolutely.
Scuba Pete's in the house. We haven't seen Scuba Pete in a while. Dude, if you still have the link, you can chime in, although we got 6 in a room right now, so you have to wait for somebody to go. But no worries. Big Boss Jack, Action Joe Figs.
Hello, guys. Yeah,
Yeah.
I see Boss Jack. Yep.
Everybody's there. So, Jim Agner,
Action
where'd you
Figs.
go? All right. You're up next, brother.
Sorry, dropped off there.
What's new in the zoo?
Well, had a lot going on lately. Personal GI Joe, other toys. This is kind of like a old man's homeowner type thing, but I cut down this huge tree in my yard. And anybody who follows me on Instagram, this thing's been threatening my house for like 15 years, and we were able to drop it without incident. And the video I posted kind of looks like a fail video because it looks like my buddy's truck got crushed by the tree, but nothing happened to it. So that's pretty funny if anybody's on Instagram. So yeah, I'm happy to not have to worry about that tree falling on my house during a hurricane. So
Heck yeah.
I'm a school crossing guard. That's my career, and my schedule revolves around the school system. So looking forward to having winter break off. I'll be off for 3 weeks, and going to do some rollerblading, go on a little rollerblading road trip, do some stunts, flips, stuff like that.
Is there an age limit on that or age requirement? Or?
I'm maxed
We're too
out.
old, Paul. We're
I'm
you a
30.
master?
Yeah, I'm 39. I think 41, 42. You really start to feel it. But as long as LeBron James can perform at a pro level in the NBA, then I can perform at a pro level on rollerblades because me and him are close to the same age. So as long as he still has it, I have confidence. Once he starts dropping off, then then I'll be worried. But and on toys, I haven't been buying a lot of GI Joe stuff. I got a cart built for Cotswold of like $100-something that I need to go ahead and order after Christmas. But I've been buying some X-Men, Toy Biz X-Men from the 90s because they're cheap as dirt. I've been getting them loose with little wear for about between $5 and $10, including shipping. And I've been building like the main team from the 1992 series because I've been watching that series lately, getting ready for the new revival season called X-Men 97 that's going to be airing. Looking forward to getting some Christmas presents from my wife and my daughter, and look forward to a really weird toy video coming soon for GI Dojo. It's on Moose Toys, the trash pack. My daughter just bought like the holy grail, rarest toy you can get for that line. So it's kind of like a Gen Z thing. Kids that, were in elementary school like 5-10 years ago, love these toys. So they're related to the grocery gang. If anybody's bought their kids those toys. Yeah. So yeah, that's what I've got going on.
Very cool. The Hitman, the Russian Hitman. How are you doing?
I'll show you a couple of quick things real quick. Also, speaking about age, Mike, I turned 64.
Yeah, I saw that on Facebook.
This past Saturday.
Oh
39 again. 39 again. Looking
yeah.
good.
Yeah. I know I'm still young in the grand scheme of things. Trust me. But just to be doing flips and all that.
That's amazing. I can't even walk up the stairs anymore.
Yeah. Or sit in a chair.
I was going to say, you broke a chair just sitting down.
I'm actually standing up right now. But I'm happy to be alive, but believe me, I wish I was 39 again. Be doing things different. But I'll show you a quick kick bash I did years ago because it's winter, not because it's Santa or anything. That was my thing, my GI Joe thing kit bash.
Well, yeah,
that's
of course, you know all these parts.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
The flamethrower is probably, it might be Dragon or it's 21st Century. I can't even remember.
Oh yeah.
Some
I,
nice.
love
Very
that.
nice.
I love that rock and roll figure. I have the same one, and
Yeah.
it's my wife's favorite action figure that I have. We found it at Goodwill for $5, and
Yeah, it's
Nice.
what a great head sculpt.
yeah,
You know, a lot of those figures when this line when they came out, they had amazing head sculpts.
Mm.
So I'll show you one more thing real quick, and I'm going to
Absolutely.
show this for the GI Joe classified collectors, the guys that are getting into that. Those are great. What a great line Hasbro has produced. You know, not 12-inch, but they're rocking the 6-inch classified guys.
You
So
didn't
let
buy
me
the
show you
his.
this.
You didn't buy the his tank, did you?
No,
Oh my.
I'm not. No, I'm not. This is worse.
Yeah. Oh no.
I'm gonna
Uh-oh.
show you this. I don't know if I can even get this on camera.
Wow. Nice.
Oh.
Holy cow.
So
Tiger. Or yeah.
this
King
is a
Tiger.
112 scale Tiger.
Yeah.
Tiger 1, produced by Figma.
Oh yeah, I've seen
They,
that. Yeah.
they produced this. There was an anime cartoon called Girls und Panzers.
Mm.
It's about schoolgirls who play a game driving real tanks.
Awesome.
And the figure, if I can get him up there,
Is it female?
that's Michael Whitman, produced
Oh.
by DID. And Michael Whitman was a real life Tiger ace.
Mm.
But this is about $400 on eBay.
Yeah.
Of course, it comes from Japan, but
Radio control.
$400, where you going to get a Tiger 1?
Is it RC? Is it radio control, Rick?
It's not radio controlled, but it is motorized. You can put batteries in it, hit the button, and it'll run. But you got to chase after it to shut it off. But guys have, of course, changed them over to RC. It's an amazing piece. I have another one. I have a Panzer IV that I originally bought a year ago, and I painted, and it's 112 scale. But that's all I got to show. I've been wanting to show off that Tiger 1 for a while.
That's nice.
It's an amazing
Yeah,
piece.
super cool.
beautiful.
I'm going to post this from Logic Blaster. I just saw this on somebody's
Ooh.
post, man.
Ouch.
Yeah, they had 1,100 people that they just laid off.
Whoa.
Right?
What was that he was drinking?
Yeah. I think that must
Water, holy
have been
water.
lemonade.
Holy water.
I think it was lemonade with a kick.
Dude, can you believe Hasbro? 1,100 people they just laid off right before Christmas, man. Although I
Yeah,
think they
it's
deserve
terrible.
it. I mean, not the people, obviously, but the company, I think, is they're not listening to customers. You know what I mean? I think.
Yeah, they're
That's why they're
tone
selling.
deaf.
Big time.
Mhm.
All right, Mr. Filmaholic, you're up. Haven't seen you in a while. Merry Christmas.
Yep.
Happy New Year.
Merry Christmas to everyone here, or Happy Holidays, whatever you celebrate. And I was told that I needed to dress up, and I wasn't gonna go get it. I figured I kind of kit bashed my own,
Heck
so
yeah.
I made the skirt and the belt for this smart doll.
Yeah. Look at you.
Trying to practice my sewing and everything. Not there at all. A lot of it's held together by glue, but with
Looks
that said,
good,
I was
looks
able to
good.
sew some
Yeah.
snaps onto it. That's
Yep.
basically how it's holding together right now. And outside of that, I've just been working on some custom projects and trying to get figures to a better standard because a lot of them are breaking on me, unfortunately. So, with that said, one of them that I actually pieced together recently was this Pallet Toy Adventurer that I showcased in a recent video of mine.
In your video, I saw that. Yeah.
Yeah. And if you look in the description of that video, there's a great photographer that I linked down below in there. And he reached out to me and thanked me for the shout out, but I would do it any day because his work is amazing. So if you haven't checked that out already, I'd recommend looking into that artist. But that's pretty much it on my end. Trying to save up for lots of stuff that comes in the new year. So
You're supposed to save up for the Dallas Fort Worth, so we can all meet up.
yeah, there you go.
Is that it for tonight? Is that all you got?
That's pretty much it for me.
All right. Hey, man in the dark there, but I like your Christmas lights. Angelo, Deanna Bell, how are you tonight?
Hello, everyone. Merry Christmas. Happy holidays.
Dude, is that a real fire or is that a picture?
It is the gas fireplace.
Oh, okay.
Unfortunately,
All right.
but I didn't want to carry in, any wood, so we decided to go for the gas. Still looks pretty, and we got trees in the background. I got my little tree that has my my GI Joe ornaments on it. So, and the other one is my wife's. The GI Joe one has to leave the room once I'm done with this little portion of the podcast. It's not allowed to live in the back room. The back room belongs to the wife. The upstairs is mine. So I had to come out of the closet attic today. We're down one laptop, so I'm gonna have to cut it short, and the wife needs to take over this one for work. So I'm glad to be here. I'm saddened that we're not going to see each other until after the new year, but I hope everyone has an awesome, wonderful, happy, healthy celebration for the holiday and new year, and get all kinds of wonderful toys and good things so you can show them off in the next couple episodes. What I've been doing, school's been insane. I always bite off more than I get chewed during the holidays, but I got to love it because I love my kids. We're doing all kinds of holiday projects. Plus, I'm doing a play with the kids. It's called with Arthur's Perfect Christmas. If anyone's familiar with Mark Brown's books, it's one of my favorite cartoons from that time, and it's Mark Brown's the picture book, Arthur's Perfect Christmas. So the kids are going to actually perform in front of the whole entire school. So I tried to fit that in with all the other curriculum things that are have tos. So I told my kids we got to do all the have tos to get the want to. So I'm pushing my kids, and they're awesome. So that's going to happen next week. I've been putting a lot of figures on YouTube shorts. The latest run was all my winter apocalypse wilderness collection. So I think there was 9 figures. They're pretty cool, different outfits and different gear. Some of them a little plain, a lot of different flocking. If you could take a look at them, that was a lot of fun. I put on a second Christmas comic. I'll be having my Krampus comic coming out on YouTube in another couple of days. I've been flocking like mad. A gentleman wanted a Santa head for his son, and he asked if he could have it done by the end of the week. I went crazy yesterday. I painted the head. I put it in front of a heater so it would dry. I flocked the 2mm hair. I had that under the heater to dry. I flocked a 4mm beard. It's ready to rock and roll and get out of here. And after he saw it, he wants a second one. So now I got to get going on that. So busy here in Santa's Wonderland in upstate New York.
How's your weather, man?
Actually, today it was supposed to snow overnight. They said 5 a.m. we were going to get some snow, so I thought maybe I'd get to sleep in this morning. But it was all wet, rain. Right now it's a little windy and cold, but right down here with the fireplace, it's all so nice.
Nice. Somebody's dinging away. I don't know who that is, but it's not me. My phone's off.
Oh, yeah, that's me. That's my wife sending pictures. So
Paul, I love the outfit, Paul. I didn't get to see that until just now.
Well, I thought last week we said we were all dressing up for Christmas. So.
Well, I did the background. For
Same here.
And I see
right,
you
man.
need to take Jim's beard and move it over to you or Rick, so we could,
Beard on there.
Yeah.
I shaved too. So
Yeah, I know. We all noticed. It was good.
Yeah. So, all right. I'm just trying to catch up on some chats. GIA is in the house. How's it going up in Canada? They probably got like 10 feet of snow already up there. I bet. Action Joe Figs. Tim is here. Big Boss Jack. Play Scale Soldier. Yeah. So I sent the link out to a lot of people. So hopefully if they wanted to jump in, I know Andy and Indy, I sent it back to him. He was just here last week. Scuba Pete, he just posted something on his Facebook page. I don't know if you guys are friends with him on Facebook.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah. So other than new in the zoo, man, we have no special guest. I guess we could say we could pick somebody as a special guest.
Well, I do have a question for Angelo real quick.
Oh,
Yes,
yeah.
sir.
Since you were talking about flocking, I've been meaning to try to reflock this Takara Joe. And I'm not entirely sure how to go about doing that because I'm scared of ruining the head sculpt.
Have you flocked before?
No, never.
You have not. So
Exactly.
Can you zoom in on that so I can take a look at it?
Because it's not even a lot that he's missing. It's actually just a little bit of his beard. Hold on, let me put my mic down.
Yeah, let me just, because the only thing, any heads, I'm always comfortable with any heads to reflock. The only ones I ever worry about are the eagle eye heads, because sometimes the eyes, when they painted the eyes, when you submerge the head in rubbing alcohol, the eye paint sometimes comes off. For that one, well, that's really, really thin, tight flock too. Is that like 1 millimeter flock?
I'd imagine so, because it's not as thick as the American ones.
That looks like 1 millimeter. So I would want to take all the flock off, pop the head off, take the flock off, and then reflock the whole entire thing with a fresh batch of 1 millimeter. But the only thing I would ask somebody else who's done one of those to make sure that the eye paint doesn't come off, because the Hasbro figures, you can do whatever you want to them. I throw them right in boiling water to pop the heads off, and then I submerge them in the rubbing alcohol, scrape the old flock off, and then I go to it with the new stuff. So that's how I would do it, but I would want to check to make sure that eye paint didn't come off. That's the only thing I would worry about. Other than that, it's no problem at all.
Yeah, because that's another thing I noticed, that this version of G.I. Joe has like a painted beard underneath. It's weird.
Yeah, some of them had like they painted the beard on and then they put the flock right over the top. The flocking looks obviously much better, but yeah, that, like I said, I would just find out whether or not the eye paint would come off. If not, pop the head off. Have you ever done that with one of those? Pop the head?
Not this particular style of Joe, but I have like ordinary Joes.
Okay, yeah. So that's the only one, is to find out if you can. Put it in boiling water, pop it off, submerge it in rubbing alcohol, take all the old flock off, and then if you wanted me to do it, if the eye paint doesn't come off, I'm more than welcome. That.
Well, I'll do some more research and ask around, because I know there's a Facebook group that I'm a part of, so I'll see if they know. Or have
ask
any
about
that
brand, because I have not flocked one of those. Every other type of figure, definitely.
Okay. Well, thank you for the information. I appreciate it.
You're welcome.
Guys in the chats are talking about Wolfpack.
I've heard of that. Yeah.
Oh no, Wolfpack they did a lot of really custom, beautiful stuff for Cotswold, I believe.
Yeah. Are they closed?
It was closing. Oh,
Wolfpack was closing, it says.
Well, they had some nice camo pattern stuff. So if you go on Cotswold, you'll see some of their things. That's too bad.
Yeah, I had heard they closed down.
Wow.
As far as flocking, Gregorio, the way that Angelo's talking about is the right way to do it. However, if you had any kind of feelings like you wanted to maintain the original flock, and Angelo could probably speak to this better than I could, I would probably take like a toothpick and just get the smallest dabs of Gorilla Glue, clear, or whatever glue you decide on, put it in the bald spot. And there's like a second method that's like the half-ass or the lazy or not right way. And that's put the 1 millimeter flocking in like a clear condiment bottle, ketchup bottle or something. You can build up a static charge in the bottle by shaking it, and then you can kind of shoot it onto the area and repair the hair. But that could be something that could help you maintain the original flock and spend a little less time. And but then at the end of the day, if you're not happy with those results, then you send it to Angelo and he'd do it the right way with the little electrostatic generator thingy. And so,
yeah, just be careful if you do go that route with the bottle. Put very, very little glue on, due to the fact that the Gorilla Glue clear will spread, and it'll spread over the existing flock. And then when you go to spray or use the puff bottle to put on it, if it gets on any of the old flock, it's going to build a ridge, so that you're going to have almost like two different layers of flocking, or you're going to find a hard ridge line where the old flock meets the new. And that is the only reason why I don't like to do patchwork. I've done some patchwork before and it came out okay, but I'm never happy because I want a smooth look, and I don't want those ridges or bumps with the patchwork. But I definitely understand what you're saying is that if you have original and you don't want to mess around with removing it and taking all the flock off.
Yeah, that toothpick, you would have to make sure that the amount of glue was only as big as the size of a toothpick point.
Right.
The smallest amount ever. You could imagine.
Yeah, no, because the last thing I did to like a Takara Joe in particular was trying to remove ink stains from the back of this guy's head, and using the acne medicine actually shrunk the head a little bit.
Wow.
That's what caused me concern as to even go for the treatment for that. Joe in particular.
I have to kind of wonder if the plastic formula is different on those Takara Joes.
Yeah, it's not like it's a
is.
squishy head or anything. It's just that you can see like it no longer matches the seam line here.
Yeah.
So
How
I'm not
long
too
did
sure.
how long did you leave it in the acne meds?
Probably like a day at most. Not
Really?
not like 100% exposure. It was just on the windowsill. So whenever it ran out of sunlight, that was about it. So
Did you have it like was it fully coated or just on the backside where you wanted
fully
it?
coated where the ink spots were, because it was all over the back of the head. Like
Okay.
it looked like he had a mullet essentially.
Yeah.
So,
I had one of the I don't know if it was not a masterpiece. It might have been one of the Hall of Fame figures that had a really, really big head. And I didn't like it. It didn't match up with some of the other figures. And I wanted to shrink the size. And someone said, put it in acetone and leave it in acetone and it would shrink. Well, holy cripe. I left it in there for maybe too long. It started to turn into, mutant mush. And I was totally bummed out because it was a nice head sculpt. And I think I left it in there too long. So yeah, you got to be careful what you submerge these plastic heads in.
Yeah, because I've also considered getting the reproduction ones from White Elephant Toys just to have like a stunt double essentially.
You gotta have doubles. You gotta have
Exactly.
doubles and triples, and when Rick goes out in the wilderness, and just in case there's a bear attack, he throws Joe at it. Right.
Tonight might be a good night to discuss G.I. Joe Christmas presents of years past.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I got one quick one from the chat. So everybody wants to know who's all going to the Dallas Fort Worth show.
I'll try.
Trying.
I'm gonna save my money.
Definitely going. I'm a definite. I think. I mean, I didn't buy my airplane ticket yet, but I'm definitely going. And I know Robert the Castro's going because he's gonna have a table there. He said.
Oh, that's cool.
Okay.
Where is Robert tonight?
He's working. He's got that. He's got that con this weekend. That's
Right.
it. Yeah.
He texted in earlier saying sorry he couldn't make it. He was working. So
Gotcha.
Yeah.
And Eddie Burton's in the house. Eddie, we haven't seen you in several weeks on the live stream. How you doing tonight, Eddie? He said
Eddie's
it's cold
always-
in North Carolina. It's cold in North Carolina. What's cold down there, man? Like 60, 65 degrees, man. Yesterday here in Virginia Beach, we had 71 degrees, man. And then today it's down to 50.
Wow.
This belt is actually made from material from G.I. Joe Eddie. So thank you, Eddie. Just wanted to shout that out there. You helped make the belt. There.
Oh, really?
Yep. He donated a bunch of textile materials, so I used that to actually make the belt for this. So thanks again.
Wow, great.
Very cool.
You were talking about weather earlier. We went to a Christmas festival in Tomball, Texas, which is a couple hours south of here. And it was 83 degrees. And this was Saturday. Wow. And it's sort of like, this is not how you're supposed to have a Christmas festival. And that night, temperature dropped. And I think it was in the 30s Sunday morning. So, yeah, we've had some really bizarre weather down here in Texas. So it was 27 this morning, which is pretty chilly for Texas. So,
yeah,
that's more like it. That's what we have around here.
Yeah.
New Hampshire.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
That's actually warm. 27 is warm.
Gregorio, you see that comment?
Yeah.
Medic Mike?
Yeah, I'll have to look into that.
Yeah.
I'm always hesitant about painting stuff because I painted. I've actually made. You brought up the thing earlier. I made a RJ McCready custom before, and I painted it myself. The 3D print of the head, and I'm not necessarily the best painter, so I'm always hesitant when it comes to painting because whenever I paint something, it always becomes too plasticky. Even when I spray paint it matte, it always looks weird. So, but I'll look into it, see how that looks.
Liquitech, what Medic Mike was talking about, is used a lot by graphic artists. It's a really smooth acrylic paint.
Okay.
I've done a little bit of that sort of thing in the past, and it's the go-to industry standard. It's way better than you can save a few dollars and buy some crummier acrylic paints, but the Liquitech is and there's actually different. I may even have some here. There's different brands or tiers of it. This is I don't know if y'all can make that out. This is the basics. if you're doing some big scale stuff, this stuff works pretty good. It comes in a tube. Has the consistency of I don't know if I've got any. I'm not sure I got any of the. Yeah, here's another tube of the basics, but they actually have a premium line as well. It doesn't say basics on it, and that's a lot better paint, but it's a lot more money.
Right.
Yeah, it's by far the best to use. And the cool thing is the blonde and brown and black hair, if you're trying to match the vintage hair colors, they're real close straight out of the bottle. So you don't have to do a whole lot of mixing. So
Angela, what time do you have to leave?
Well, she just popped in and said I'd go for like 15 more minutes. So that's almost the end of the show. So
Terry Lee said he can get in here about 8:40. So if you
so as soon as he pop, and then I'll head out. And then
if you can head out in about 9 minutes, and then he can pop in.
So,
you can boot me out if you want. I'll let make room.
No, nobody else has texted me to say they were trying to get in. So
Mike mentioned Christmas memories.
Yeah, G.I. Joe Christmas presents.
I don't know how. I mean, I'm gonna say I might be the oldest guy here in this group.
Well,
possibly
Jim.
Jim's younger than me, man.
Oh, really? Oh, okay. Well, I was 4 years old in 1964, and that's when Joe was released. And my mom and dad were very generous. Me and my brother were lucky. And, so I've had Joes from 64, 65, all the way up till the end of the Adventure Team. And nice. I played with them all the way up. When Atomic Man came out and that stuff, that's when I was getting out of it. But Joes were the thing. And I remember getting G.I. Joes for Christmas, Captain Action, Action Boy. Action Boy was cool. Major Matt Mason. All the cool stuff. My mom and dad knew what to get us, but I remember getting Joe's, and boy, we just loved them. And of course, they were, they got torn apart and mixed and matched, and one Joe wearing a Russian jacket and Captain Action pants, and who knows what kind of shoes. I don't even know anymore, but. I mean, those were my best memories as far as Christmas goes. Those years were filled with G.I. Joe and 12-inch figures. Awesome stuff.
Did you guys watch Largo's show this week? He did a whole thing on Captain Action and the origins of it and everything. It was really good.
Yeah.
That was a good line. It didn't last long, but it was a great line.
Yeah, he said just 2 years, I think.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Now, Rick, since there wasn't any G.I. Joe media back then, did you watch any military themed shows? Like my dad was a fan of Combat.
Oh yeah, Combat. 12 o'clock high. But the real thing was later on was movies was the real thing, And of course, my favorite was Hell is for Heroes with Steve McQueen, which was, in my opinion, was fairly authentic, as far as things were depicted. My dad fought in World War II. He was a combat soldier with the 5th Division and actually marched into Frankfurt at the end of the war.
Wow.
Bronze Star and Purple Heart winner. Yeah, he was a combat soldier. He saw action.
Tim said Rat Patrol. I remember that.
Rat Patrol was,
Combat. I love Combat. I used to watch Baba Black Sheep. You remember that?
Oh, yeah.
That was 70s. That was Robert Conrad, man.
Yep.
He's freaking awesome.
Everyone wanted to be Robert Conrad.
Man. He was a sex symbol back then, man.
He was a badass. Yep.
Wild Wild West.
Yeah.
Yeah. Love that
pack
show.
of cigarettes a day, man.
he liked his alcohol too.
Yeah.
He was a toughie. But Wild Wild West was considered the birth of steampunk, I guess.
Yep. I could see that.
Yeah.
I could see that.
Yeah. I was a fan of his. I was a big fan of his. Lately, I've seen some videos that don't show him in very good light, but
Well, I think that's what people seem to do. It's like when we, growing up, we had all these heroes and these people that we looked up to, and a lot of these actors. And then it's like because of the way social media is, because everyone has um, the whole internet of wealth of knowledge, people start dumping on people left and right and finding these things and then putting it out there. And it's like, you know what?
Yeah.
Life was good, man. Don't fucking burst my bubble. Excuse me.
Yeah.
And it's just it's just the way people are. It's like they're always looking for these negative things to say or do about people.
Yeah.
Where, John Wayne, I loved John Wayne.
Oh,
John Wayne, to me, he was great. He was a mess. The dude was an absolute mess. But the thing is, all those characters were what we grew up with and emulated, and we turned out okay.
Yeah.
And
I don't think I got to disagree with you. I don't think John Wayne was a mess.
Well,
I think he was. I thought he was I would love to meet that guy. If I could meet anyone, it would be him.
I wholeheartedly agree. I just think in a mess in regards to, again, what people have shared about.
Oh,
John
yes.
Wayne.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, there's some problematic audio recordings, but it was a different era, and he wasn't, if he had certain beliefs that are controversial now, they probably weren't too far out of the way, too controversial at the time. If you go back far enough, murder was normal. We go back to like Middle Ages, like, oh, let's just go kill somebody. So, it was reasonable at the time to just stab somebody with a sword in the Middle Age, and now we can't murder people. So,
well, the Duke was a strong conservative. So, I remember I grew up in Boston, and I remember when the Harvard Club made him Man of the Year, and he showed up in Harvard Square in a troop carrier. And people were throwing snowballs at him. He was on the cover of the news. Even back then, I was like, "This guy's okay. He's okay." Hey, that's just
it was a different time.
It's amazing how long he's kept going. He's popular now. It's pretty amazing.
But you can't have. It seems like you can't have a hero today because of social media, because of what's out there, because paparazzi and everything, they're right in people's faces, and they know their whole entire in and out of their life, their private lives. And when you try to emulate somewhere, or when you try to really see someone as a hero, you instantly find out all the wrongs that they've done. And it's unfortunate. I'm like, we wouldn't want people following around our day in and day out lives. No one is perfect. Everyone makes mistakes, and you learn from those mistakes. But I'm like, to have it publicized nonstop because that's someone's livelihood, or that's where they want to get more likes or hits or whatever, it's a crying shame.
Yeah.
You got to put your heroes on a pedestal so someone else can come along and tear them down. So
that's right. So just like G.I. Joe, people tearing that G.I. Joe down.
Sure.
Military, when it was military. Oh, you can't go military now. Let's all make them fuzzy heads, and then they can do adventures. I love my adventure team. It's my absolute favorite. But I'm like, and that was the same thing. War is bad. Okay, dude, I've been, ever since I could remember, playing war was the thing I used to do in the woods. With my buddy. We did that all the time.
Well, if G.I. Joe was originally World War II.
Yes.
And if he had stayed World War II, maybe it wouldn't have been such a stigma. But Vietnam, was such a disaster or whatever. So, but I'll give it to Hasbro, like you said, Angelo. They turned it into Adventure Team. That was a cool move. That was a nice move.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, big time.
Yeah, see, I'm an Adventure Team kid, and I was a huge Undersea World of Jacques Cousteau fan. I was a big James Bond fan and a big $6 Million Man fan. So I'd watch this stuff on television, and then I'd break the G.I. Joes out and play all the adventures we saw that week on TV. So, I mean, that was just how you played. So I don't think kids understand that nowadays.
Jim, you got any Adventure Team Christmas memories?
Oh, I can remember my grandparents lived in Little Rock, Arkansas, and we drove up there one icy Christmas break. And back of the station wagon was full of Christmas presents, and I don't know, I was probably 6 or 8, maybe, that Christmas. And we rarely went to my grandparents for Christmas. They usually came down to Texas, but this year we decided to go up there. And I remember that Christmas morning, under the tree was the 5-star Jeep with a Land Adventurer. And there's some photographs. I don't know where they are. I don't know who has them in the family. There's some pictures of me sitting on the front porch of my grandparents' house with the Jeep and my Adventure Team Land Adventurer, barreling through the hedge there at my grandmother's house. So
we definitely need to see those.
Yeah, right. Somewhere there's some pictures of it. So.
They exist, right?
Yep.
Angelo, I'm getting a signal saying somebody's trying to log in, but the room's full. I think that might be Santa Claus.
Yes, and I know my wife just gave me the 2-minute warning. So
is that what this means? Like,
yeah,
freaking out.
You didn't hear my? Did you hear my phone? My phone went off. She was trying to get a hold of me with my phone to let me know. So, guys, it was wonderful. Great time as always. Be good, be safe, be healthy. Enjoy GI Joe. And we'll see you in a couple weeks.
January 8th.
Merry Christmas. Right? Happy New Year.
Merry Christmas, guys.
Merry Christmas, brother.
Merry Christmas, Angelo.
Bye-bye.
Take care. So, yeah, it gives me a ping here, but I don't see who's trying. It just says room's full. Somebody's trying to log in. So we'll see. He said around 8:40, Santa Claus might pop in, say hi to us. Gregorio, since you're the youngest one, you can sit on his lap and tell him everything you want for Christmas.
Great. I have a long list of things I need.
Do you have, Gregorio, do you have any, Christmas memories about G.I. Joe? Because since you're a little younger, I'd be, curious to hear something.
Yeah, what's interesting, as I was hearing these stories, I never, of course, G.I. Joe, the 12-inch line didn't exist as it did when I was growing up. So I was kind of in the generation with, I think it's called Valor versus Venom and Sigma 6.
Yeah,
so I'm more familiar with these guys, which is a coincidence. I don't collect these, but I have it for some reason. But
I'll put them back up. That was the Sigma 6 one?
Yeah, it was a Destro. That's how they redesigned them for that. But I'm more familiar with these guys. It wasn't until later that I got into like the 12-inch G.I. Joes, and that was after like spending time on YouTube and getting into Action Man and then following from there. So, unfortunately, I didn't have any 12-inch G.I. Joe memories like that. So, for me, it was more so like originally I got into the 3 3/4-inch G.I. Joes, the Real American Hero, and then progressed from there in terms of collecting G.I. Joe. So, yeah, I wish I had been there in the early days of G.I. Joe to get those vehicles and get everything. I definitely would have gravitated more towards the Adventure Team line had I been in that age group.
The Spy Troops and Valor versus Venom stuff is great because they re-released a lot of the Real American Hero vehicles.
Yeah.
And anything that I couldn't get in the 80s as a kid, I was able to get when I was like 18 years old with my paycheck from Spy Troops, like the Mobile Command Center.
Mm-hmm. And I would go to the garage sales and flea markets with my grandfather, and that's how I got into a lot of the older stuff. I would see it there for like pennies on the dollar and pick it up, and it was just leagues better than anything that came out at the time. So that's how I grew my appreciation for those figures, So
we got a special guest stopping in just for 5 minutes, and here he is, Santa Claus himself.
Oh, there he is.
How are you, sir? You should be real busy at this time of the year right now.
I am visiting all the little boys and girls everywhere.
Taking those orders for Christmas, are you?
That's right. And everybody seems to want. No, I'm just teasing. They don't want that.
Santa Terry, somebody put up here. No, this is the real Santa. What are you talking about, Santa Terry?
So what
is the G.I. Joe code name?
Yeah.
Huh?
That's just your code name, right, Terry? But it's really Santa.
That's right. I'm undercover.
Exactly.
We got Jeff from Skunkworks, the president of the AOA, is watching us tonight. Thank you.
Ooh.
I sent him a link as well. I sent a lot of people links tonight. So if we can, I know you got 5 minutes to share with us tonight, Santa. What do you got? Any good news on the home front?
Let's see. Any good news?
Somebody said you got a farting pig.
No.
I guess we're on the bad list this year.
He's really a dog toy.
Oh, it's a dog.
And watch out, guys, because I'll send an elf over to check on you if you don't behave.
Uh-oh.
Some kids like dinosaurs, of course.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
There's a lot of dinosaurs out there, though, right now, aren't there?
Well,
Oh yeah.
We're in the Jurassic Park time.
yeah, the Jurassic Park stuff. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, a lot of Jurassic Park stuff. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, is
Yeah.
it Jurassic World now? I think they changed
Yeah,
the
it's
name.
Jurassic World, unfortunately.
Oh, Jurassic World. Okay.
Yep.
Boy, it's hard to keep up with all this stuff.
Yeah,
My local Walmart, about 10% of the aisle is Jurassic stuff, so it must be selling to kids like crazy.
It must be, yeah.
I was trying to imitate you tonight, Santa. I was trying to be an elf. If you're looking for a part-time elf, I'm here for you, buddy.
I call that a Halloween Santa.
Oh,
the shade has been thrown.
No, I'm just teasing.
So
Hey.
I had the privilege of escorting Santa and the Grinch in my Jeep Saturday night in my neighborhood. We were throwing out candy to the kids, and they all came running over. And yeah, we were out for about 2 hours. They really enjoyed it.
Was he insured?
I don't know, man. I didn't ask, man.
There was a child that ran into the road
Oh.
somewhere in America when they were throwing candy out, and the person didn't hurt the child, but they bumped the child, and they got sued.
Oh, jeez.
The parades here won't allow us to throw candy to anybody, I guess because of that same thing.
Really?
Wow.
yeah, liabilities. Everybody got to sue everybody.
Yeah, and we've got a suing society, just a mess. But yeah, and what do y'all want for Christmas?
Well, I think
Jim, I think wants one of those high-tech, big 3D printers.
I know he needs a printer the size of that room he's in. I think.
Oh man, yeah.
And let's see who's down here. I can't read these names. Who's got the big mic in front of his face?
That's me, Filmaholic.
That's Filmaholic. That's Gregorio. He's the youngest one of us, Santa.
Is that mic so that we can hear you better?
Exactly, yeah.
You
Pretty
can
clearly.
Behind
you
it.
can get a
If he
cheaper
raises
version
it up
of
just
that,
a little
Bob.
bit, we can't see him at all. There it
You
is.
can get a cheaper
Exactly.
version of that fits on your lapel, and
He's a radio DJ. He knows how to do that
Mhm.
stuff, man.
I think he's trying to do one of these, right? He's trying to.
yeah. Hide his face. So
And
You
who's
just
up
put
here?
some googly eyes on the back of that spit screen there, Gregorio, and you got
Yeah.
it.
we got Mike McCarthy in the house. He's from Florida.
Hello, Mike.
Hey,
We got
Santa.
Rick.
How's it
You
going?
know Rick Bradshaw down there, right?
Yeah. Hey, Rick.
How you doing, Terry?
Making anything good lately, Rick?
Oh,
That's
still
a no.
trying to work on my photography and figure out a new camera. And
Well, Sean Wright helped you with that, didn't he?
yeah, it's very complicated and very intimidating.
Yeah.
And
No,
I've kind
Sean
of
is a
pushed
good
it to
guy.
the back burner.
Yeah.
Of course,
Sean
Sean
is
makes it
a
sound
guy.
so easy and
No,
You know.
it's not.
No, and when somebody has 47 years of experience and they talk
Exactly.
about it like it was just whatever, but they don't realize, or we don't realize, that it took them 47 years to learn that. We can't learn it in a week.
Yeah.
No.
And I'm very comfortable with how I've been doing my work, so it's easy to go back to that.
Sure.
And just say, because my photography and the stuff I do is what keeps me sane. And to venture into a whole new world it's literally scary. You
If
want
it's
to go
bringing
back.
you stress, it's no fun.
Yeah, it's tough, but it's, I got to try to give it a shot. It'll come.
Right.
little steps, baby steps.
Yeah.
Just-
Yeah.
Mhm.
I'm the same way with
64. I can only take little steps now.
Right, right.
See, I'm the same way with the live stream because I started with Restream, and everybody's like, "No, you need to go to StreamYard." And I tried it for like a week offline, and I was like, "God, this is so much harder than the Restream." Just learning a new program, and but maybe in the new year, if I take 2 or 3 weeks off, I can learn it better and do it more. And
Did
in the new
anybody?
year, we may actually have a sponsor for this live stream starting in the new year. I don't want to let the cat out of the bag, but we're,
Oh my
we're working on
goodness.
something. We're working on something in the background. So
Awesome.
Did anybody decide whether Wolfpack was gone or not? Did they ever decide?
that's what they've been
that?
saying in the chats. So
Okay.
I don't know.
I think they're gone. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I got to go. Merry Christmas to everybody.
All right.
Bye.
Thanks, Santa.
Santa.
Thanks for dropping in,
See you,
Santa.
Santa.
Appreciate
Merry
it.
Christmas.
Terry, he's crazy, man.
Yeah, he's got me working on a couple of secret projects with him. So I guess I am a Santa's helper this year. I don't know.
Dude, you're working on secret projects for everybody. You got stuff for Robert. You got stuff for Angelo.
Yep. Got stuff for somebody I can't say. No, Greg Brown. I got some stuff for him. I got stuff for Terry. Seems like there's somebody else I'm doing some stuff for. I can't remember. Yeah.
Man,
It's too much fun, man. I can't say no.
well, hey, after my trains are done this year, maybe I'll think of some N scale stuff. And
I would be very curious about that. I'm not sure, that's getting pretty small, but I bet you it can be done. And you figure out what you can't find or it's too expensive the way it is, and let me know, and I bet you we can work something out.
Can you?
I don't know how, but somebody, like I said, made the Sasquatch and the Yeti and a little Santa Claus actually. So it's not that much. It's not that much print. I mean.
Yeah, I bet you they used resin printing.
Resin, I'm sure, because there's no filament lines. I don't see anything on it.
Yeah, those once you drop below a certain dimension, you really have to go to resin. And the cool thing is, there's a whole industry that's sprung up around that. It's the desktop minis. It's the kind of stuff that Warhammer and Dungeons and Dragons and that sort of thing. So it's a whole industry there, and they're real small. Some of those stuff is very tiny.
We got Andy and Indy with a lot of feedback.
Sorry about that. Let me see if I can adjust my phone.
At least he's got a Santa hat on tonight. None of you guys participated. But,
Hey, look, I tried.
That's the Unabomber look. Jim is the GOAT. Okay. You said that, man. Jeff from Skunkworks, man.
What's up, Andy? How's it going, Andy?
Hey, how are you guys?
Good. How are you?
Good, man. Weren't you just on our show last week?
It seems like I was there. Yes. I get underfoot everywhere.
But do you know tonight is sponsored by Swiss Miss Instant Cocoa? I bet you didn't know that.
I did not know that. I thought it was. I thought it was sponsored by the letter P.
Oh no! That's you're thinking of a different show. That's a different show.
I guess it must be that one about the beer.
Yeah. Oh man!
Just gotta do a Wayne's World and keep bringing it up every 5 minutes.
Just work it into your conversation.
All right. Here goes one for everybody. What's your favorite Christmas movie? Not cartoon, but movie. Jim.
We're No Angels.
Really?
Yeah. If you've not seen it, it's an absolute right. It's Humphrey Bogart, Aldo Ray, and Peter Ustinov.
Yeah. We're no angels.
They're convicts on the Devil's Island, and they're trying to get away, and it's just an absolute blast.
I love the snake.
Yeah, it has the snake. Yeah,
yes.
Alphonse or Adolf or something like that. It's the snake.
Alphonse, I think. It's been too long since I've seen it. Now I have to watch it again.
If you've not seen it, go hunt it down. It's awesome.
Mike McCarthy, what's your favorite?
Yeah. The most like Christmassy Christmas thing I watch as far as a TV show is going to be the Perfect Strangers Christmas special from like the first season. As far as movies, it's got to be Christmas Vacation. It's just hilarious.
I was just watching that tonight.
Turbo Man. The Jingle All the Way.
Yeah.
I got into that. I was a little old for it when it came out, but I got into it as an adult, and it just resonates with me. And got a Turbo Man back there in the toy room.
Robert Conrad's in that movie, man. He's the cop.
Yep.
Yeah.
He plays a cop, right?
Yep.
Yeah. So that's
How about you, Rick? Favorite movie?
Oh, my favorite holiday movie is Planes, Trains, and Automobiles.
There you go. That's a good one.
So I link that. It's a Thanksgiving movie, but I link it with Christmas.
That's good. Gregorio?
I'm torn between two because I was gonna say Jingle All the Way because that's
Yeah,
a
that's a good
classic, but at the same time,
Put the
Polar
cookie
Express,
down.
as
now.
dated as it is, Polar Express, as dated as it is, that's one
Yeah.
of my favorites as well.
Yeah. Polar Express is one of mine too.
Mhm.
Andy? Got it?
I actually don't really have a favorite Christmas movie because I'm one of those people who's like, well, Die Hard's close enough to a Christmas movie. I'll like that one. But I do like Jingle All the Way because it's fun. It's fun. You just really can't mess with it too much. But I like being a big Doctor Who fan. I like the Doctor Who Christmas specials. That's one of my favorite things to look forward to is whatever they come up with for Christmas.
I'd have to go with You'll Shoot Your Eye Out, Kid. That's got to be one of my best.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Every year.
That is a good one.
Yeah, you got to watch that every year.
That movie, that movie, the book that's from, the guy who wrote it based it off of a place up in Northwest Indiana by where I'm from. In fact, in the book, his dad works at the same place that my dad worked because they talk about the Phantom of the Open Hearth, which is a projection of light and shadow up above the basic oxygen furnace up at Inland Steel. BOF number 3, I think it was. So
Charlie Brown.
Cool.
Yeah, it was really cool. Yeah. But the city that he's in is based on Hammond, Indiana.
Okay. I think a lot of stuff in that movie though happened to a lot of us growing up as kids though. Man,
Yeah, every year too. Me and my family, we've got to watch the Beavis and Butthead Christmas special. They do a spin on, like a spin on a Christmas Carol, and It's a Wonderful Life. So it's really funny.
Mm-hmm.
So what about the animated ones? I mean, I want to say Hanna-Barbera, not them, but the puppets, like Rudolph and
you got to go
Rankin Bass.
That one.
Rankin Bass. That's what I was thinking. Rankin Bass.
Yeah, Rankin Bass.
What's your favorite one of those, Jim? You got one?
Oh man, I guess I'd have to say the Rudolph one. I guess there, Year Without a Santa Claus. I don't know. Santa Claus is coming to town. They're all just coming to town. Crap. I mean, they're all just awesome.
Go ahead. Anybody else?
Rudolph. You can't go wrong with Rudolph. Yeah. It'll never get old.
Misfit toys, man. Misfit toys.
Mm-hmm.
I like Frosty. I'm partial to Burl Ives.
Burl Ives, yeah.
Too many Burl Ives records on the record player growing up, I think.
Yeah.
Eddie Burton, thanks for joining us, man. Have a Merry Christmas. Hope to see you in the new year. You had to take off. Yeah, Rankin Bass, sorry.
The Charlie Brown Christmas.
The Heat Miser. Which one was that? What was the name of that one though?
Isn't that the Year Without
Year Without a Santa Claus? Yeah,
Year Without a Santa Claus.
Find the Baby New Year.
Oh,
Mickey Rooney played Santa in that, didn't he? Wasn't it Mickey Rooney's voice?
Yeah,
I think so.
Yeah. Stories about Jesus are low. Dollbase says that. I guess we are kind of backing off from the religious ones like we used to see all the time now. I used to like the Little Drummer Boy when that one came on, Rankin Bass one.
It was good.
Yeah.
But you don't see too many Jesus-related ones on TV anymore. Elf. Skunkwork says Elf. Yeah, I just watched that the other night too. Reindeer Games is a drinking holiday movie.
I think that's like is that the Ben Affleck action movie Reindeer Games?
Yes, I think
that's
so.
The one I'm thinking of. I guess.
That's the one I was thinking of.
Actually, Rudolph is a drinking game. Every time his nose lights up,
oh, geez, man.
No.
Yeah. You should be hammered the first 20 minutes. A Nightmare Before Christmas. I never got a logic blaster said Nightmare Before Christmas. I never.
One of my favorites as well. But I don't know if it's a Christmas movie though, because it's the Nightmare Before Christmas.
Yeah.
But I guess there is Christmas elements, so I guess it is a Christmas movie.
Yep. Charlie Brown
You know,
Christmas. Yeah, that's classic.
the art that is the stop motion is if you've ever watched about how did they do that kind of a video on how they made the stop motion stuff is just fascinating.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not a big fan of Tim Burton's Nightmare Before Christmas, but the technique and the artistry that went into making that is unbelievable. It's worth watching just from a how'd they do this. This is not computer graphics. This is some dude moving a stick figure, 1/12 of a frame at a time or whatever. I mean, it's unbelievable. So I respect that movie because it's not one of my favorite holiday films. I've only seen it a time or two, but it's just amazing.
Yeah.
Big Ray Harryhausen fan, by the way. So
Ray Harryhausen, grew up watching him. Actually, I had lunch with him.
Oh wow, really?
Wow.
Yeah, I went to a show in Boston, and he was one of the guests. And I didn't go to the show. I actually worked the show, and we all went up to the hotel room and had lunch. Me and a bunch of the other guys, and there was Ray sitting right next to me eating lunch. It was fun.
Wow.
It was an experience.
He's somebody I wish I had a chance to meet. He seemed like a pretty cool dude. So
yeah, he was very subdued and just did his thing.
Yeah.
But talk about talent, my gosh!
Yeah.
The movies he made.
If you're not familiar with it, he did a movie. Did the special effects on a movie called Jason and the Argonauts.
Oh yeah,
and there's a sequence where the Jason's character is fighting these skeletons. And in his book, he talked about how many months it took him to shoot that 90 seconds of film.
Wow.
Months of 8-hour days filming.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
I mean, all that stuff was awesome. I would say his masterpiece, this is just my opinion, was Mighty Joe Young.
Oh, it's fantastic.
What
if
an amazing!
I've seen that one. These are some classic movies. So.
Oh yeah. Yep.
Adam is with us. We got Adam and Jeff watching tonight.
Hey, I think I'm gonna go ahead and get off the line here. The cat needs my attention.
Hey, you got to do what you got to do. We're at the hour mark here anyhow, so we're probably going to be heading out. But
Andy, do you got it before you leave? Do you have any?
He's gone.
I didn't do that. That was him, man. or his cat. I don't know. Him or his cat.
Cat may have ran him off.
Action Joe Figs. He said he was going to be at Dallas Fort Worth, so hope to see you there, brother. If you see us, since we haven't had you on the show, right?
I think Action Joe Figs is down here in Texas, so he's
in Texas. Okay,
yeah, I believe
so he's got to come up to the table.
Yep.
Jim, you're going to have a table there, or you're just going as a get? Are you?
Vote's not in yet.
Okay.
So I got to talk to Greg about that a little bit. Find out what I know. There's a panel and there's some other stuff that he's wanting to do, and some of the projects he's got me working on is going to be pretty involved. So I'm not sure where I'm landing on that as far as table wise. So I just don't know yet. That's not a no. That's a I don't know is what that is.
Yeah. I mean, you're going though, right? You'll be there.
That's the plan. Yep.
All right. Cool. Well, hopefully, at least a couple of us can meet up. Whoever can make it.
Oh yeah, it'll be great.
Fun. And you're buying the first round, Jim.
Oh, I am. Oh,
and your wife's traveling. So.
Everybody gets a Dr. Pepper.
Yeah.
That's great.
Everybody gets a shot.
Your wife needs a spot on the show because I can always hear her in the background. She needs.
Yeah, she's wanting to be on the show here. She says everybody gets a Shiner. That's a local beer down here.
Of Shiner. Best beer in Texas.
Yeah, it's a Texas beer. So
Andy and Indy said, Mike, what were you going to ask him? He's still chatting away.
I was just going to ask, did you have any Christmas memories to leave us with, or favorite gift that you received on any given Christmas? And I have the same question for Paul. Paul, you got any Christmas memories that stick out in particular, like the most epic present you ever got?
Wow. I would think the 1978 Death Star space station. I got that one year when that was I was the only kid on the block that had that. You know, everybody had figures and spaceships,
Yeah.
but I was the only one that got that. So that everybody came to my house. That was a big one. And then like a year or two before that, I got the Guns of Navarone, which, you know, I was still into toy soldiers. So that was a big play set back in those days. I didn't have too many Mark's play sets. I had, you know, a Fort Apache. Everybody had some version of the Fort Apache, but then the Guns of Navarone was like, that was cool. So
have you
I
seen where
believe
people
Sergeant Soldier's working on that same set there. That's one.
Yeah.
Of
Yeah.
now, Paul, have you seen where people stack Death Star play sets to make it like
See how many they can make to go around.
Yeah, yeah.
I've seen that before. Yeah, that looks pretty cool. Adam, I know he said he's under the weather, but I did send him a link. And Jeff, I sent him a link as well, but they're chiming in a little late, but that's okay. We can hang on here a little while.
Well, if you need the spot, I can dip out there, Paul, at any time.
We got an open spot right now. So if anybody he said, did you see that? Let me pull it up here for you. He said Spy Island set around 1973. And the Seawolf set.
Well, two great ones there. Yeah.
Yeah. Jealous of the Seawolf for sure. Yeah.
Yeah, that was one I never got. Seawolf. Or Spy Island. I remember the biggest one I got was I won't remember the name, but it was the Joe with the dog sled.
Oh yeah.
Well, the Fight for Survival. Yeah.
Yeah, that was a big one. I remember getting that. I thought that was cool.
Did you guys ever have the vibrating football? Electronic football?
Yeah, we had
set
those.
the guys up.
Figures that kind of spin around and
Gregorio's like, what the fuck?
Yeah, no, I was like, hold on, wait a minute. What are we talking about now?
It's not a video game. Okay. It's not a video game.
It's hilarious. It's like a board game, but there's like a vibrator under the board game, and you set these football characters on it, and then like whoever, and the gameplay is just randomized based on the figures vibrating around on the board. So maybe your figure that you put a little foam football in might vibrate all the way across the 100-yard.
Yeah. And sometimes he runs backwards.
Yeah.
You never freaking knew.
Never heard of that.
In my head. I think everybody had one of those back then, man.
Oh yeah. What about your slot cars? What everybody remember having the slot cars?
We had those.
The AFX racetrack.
Tyco or whatever it was. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Tyco AFX.
Yep.
Yeah.
They're getting popular again.
Jim, did you ever have any of the Voyage to the Bottom of the Sea
I
figures?
remember. I didn't have any of those figures. No.
What was it called? Fireball XL5? Any of that stuff? That was even before my time. But I had 4 older brothers, so there was always this stuff laying around that I got to play with.
I remember Supercar.
Supercar, yep.
Yep. Yeah, and I think I had a hand-me-down or a secondhand store supercar at one time. I thought that was just about the coolest thing ever. Yeah, there was a book, the supercar book, little golden.
And coloring books.
Yeah, the golden whatever books that the kids' books were. I remember that. At UFO, anybody remember that TV series? UFO. Yeah. It was a short-lived Jerry Anderson science fiction show.
Yep.
And I remember they had some cool model work and stuff on that. And I remember having some of that stuff. It was kind of weird. There was a die-cast company called Dinky. Anybody remember Dinky?
Yeah, Dinky.
Yep. I have a Dinky Enterprise around here somewhere from when I was a kid. Yeah.
Weren't they like the competition to Tonka? I mean,
no, these were small.
Yeah,
they
kind of like kind of competition of Corgi, I think.
Yeah, more Corgi. Yeah.
Jim, did you ever build models when you were younger?
Oh yeah.
Did you build any of the Aurora monster figures?
No, I sure didn't. I remember one year, my dad worked for Eastman, which was part of Kodak back then.
Yeah.
And they would have the faculty or the staff Christmas party. And you'd go there and they'd have all this plastic stuff that they were giving away in Christmas gifts. And I got the Dracula Aurora figure one year. And Mom decided it was too scary. So it got taken away.
It was a scary sculpt.
It was too scary for me. So I remember getting one as part of this, staff Christmas party from where my dad worked, but I didn't get to do anything with it. So
I built all the second issue. The first issues came in coffin boxes. The second issue came in square boxes, and I still have all of them but 2.
Oh wow!
Still sitting in a storage unit.
I should look up that Dracula one of these days. That would be pretty funny. So
he was it was actually a cool figure, but they had the mouths. The mouths were a part that you placed in before you put the figure together, and they never matched up. They always look like crap. But, you did what you could do with them.
Yeah.
I think it was Aurora. The model I've always wanted, that's, before my time, was like the Addams Family Mansion. I think was made kind of in the same era as those monster figures.
Yeah, I think it was. Yeah. And they might have did the Munsters too.
Yeah.
Action Joe Fig said he had an Evil Knievel set. And you guys, Evil Knievel?
Oh, yeah. I've still got mine in the attic. Yeah.
Do you really? Yeah.
Yep.
He was like 8-inch figure, though, right?
I think laying around here in the studio somewhere, but
he was more of an 8-inch figure, right, or smaller?
Yeah, he was like a Gumby. It was kind of a flexible body kind of a thing. Yeah. And I had the stunt cycle. You get that thing and you crank it, and you'd set it loose, and he'd pop a wheelie and run.
Gregorio, we're gonna have to explain all these things to you later on.
Oh no, it's funny. I know what these are.
Oh, you are.
I've seen plenty of documentaries about them.
So there's plenty on YouTube. I've seen those. Yeah.
They've reissued the Evil Knievel stunt cycle stuff.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I've seen Jeff play with that and post about it on not Snapchat,
Jeff
Instagram. So
yeah,
I know what these are. Don't worry.
People make these amazing slow motion videos of Evil Knievel today now, just to see how far they can push the limits and how far they can make him, fly.
I was just watching a couple of them the other night.
Yeah,
those slow motion. They got some good shots. That thing really flew.
Dalbay said Dinky might still be in business. Anybody know?
Oh, okay.
I could be making it up, but I think it's a UK thing. So we probably saw some imports. They were probably like heavily imported in the 70s, but they probably don't have any retail presence now. But
I remember when we got that, there wasn't a whole lot of Star Trek toys in the toy stores back in the late 70s, early 80s. And this one, there used to be a toy store in the mall called KB Toys. Does anybody?
Oh, yeah, we had that.
Toys,
Y'all had those? Okay. Yeah. And they had a counter in the glass and all of the dinky, and they had all kinds of stuff, cars. I remember they had a James Bond Aston Martin DB5 that you mashed the front bumper in and the ejector seat open, the top.
I remember
open,
that one. Yeah.
Seat came out.
Yeah, they would have a display like Matchbox sometimes would have. Would have. Yeah.
But that's where I got my Enterprise, my dinky Enterprise was from that KB Toys in the Longview Mall in about 1978 or 79, somewhere through there.
Very cool. Oh,
like late 60s, I think I got the Corgi Batmobile.
Who is this guy?
Wow. Hey,
I remember this gentleman. What is up, Chuck?
He got a haircut.
I know. And you don't look like you're in a hotel room anymore.
Oh, we can't hear you.
No sound, man. No sound.
He's got it in the hair.
We heard you at first, and then you went muted. I don't know what happened, man. Can you hear me, Chuck? Okay, we can't hear you. We can't hear you. We see you. Your picture's coming in good. Try logging off and log back in. You're not muted on my end. I know that. Chuck was really cool last time, man. He went through all those, the ones that, the customized stuff that he did.
Amazing.
Yeah. Customizer Chuck. Can you hear me? No sound, man. Dude, we can't end the show like this. We need your sound, man.
if you're using a phone, there's a step where it asks for permission to use your microphone. So maybe that wasn't getting checked. I don't know.
Chuck, you using your phone or a computer? Oh, okay.
Laptop.
Yeah. Oh, we're learning sign language real quick here.
Exactly.
Sounds like first syllable. Merry Christmas, Chuck. I'm trying to read some of the chats. Dollbay says Dinky and Corgi, but they are UK. Yeah, they're both UK.
Yeah, I don't know how I had that deep in the recesses of my mind. reading too much of Brick Mantooth's website. About random toy lines.
Dude, was he cool or what? I mean,
I love
we
his
got to
work.
get him back, man.
Yeah.
And I was asked by HCC 788. Remember I had him on that one time?
Yeah.
He asked me to do something for the. All right, hang on.
Nope.
Still can't hear you, bro. Well, you can just sit there and look cool. Look, you know.
You could try to.
You shake your head when you agree with us, or what do you think of that, Chuck?
Yeah, if you have a smartphone, you could try to stream from that because that's what I'm streaming from. Yeah, use the link on your phone and come back in.
Yeah, try that, man.
Mm-hmm.
We might be here, we may not. I don't know. We're over an hour. Gregorio's like, dude, it's you know what time it is?
Past his
No,
bedtime.
I'm good.
This guy, who is this? Oh, Dalbay said my father sold Corgi in a store. Oh, the Thunderbird. Remember the Thunderbirds stuff? That show? They were puppets too, right? They were.
Same Jerry Anderson.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, my dad loved the Thunderbirds.
Hey, here's now. Chuck.
Check.
Oh, we got sound. You're just a little more choppy though, dude.
And he froze up.
We can hear you, but you're frozen. No, he's froze.
I think we lost him.
Yeah, I'm looking at your bars on my screen, dude. You only have 2 yellow bars, man. So it's got to be the internet connection where he's at. Oh, that sucks, man. We haven't seen him in a couple weeks.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you guys want to talk about anything else before we head out for tonight? For the next 3 weeks, I guess.
I was fixing to say it's not just Christmas and Hanukkah. It's New Year's too. Anybody got any New Year's resolutions? I hadn't even thought about it.
Yeah.
Got to clean up this mess.
Yeah, really.
Yeah, this is getting pretty bad here.
I just want to be more consistent with my uploads. I feel like I take sabbaticals way too often.
When are you guys going to be putting up your next video? You guys have anything before the new year or no?
I have 2 that I might come out with, but that's about it.
Okay.
Yeah, I kind of throw things up sporadically. Like whenever I make a video, it means I just got the package that day in the mail.
Okay.
It's like this, Matt. I just knock it out. So you'll probably see a video or 2 for sure before the end of the year. Definitely.
Well, I mean, I can give you guys.
I got one
sneak
video,
peek.
and it's going to be the train display, and have some people in here. I'm going to show you what it looks like with people walking around and trying to do the scavenger hunt. I got the little scavenger hunt, seek and find thing. So,
Right.
Doll Base, I want to get you on. I know you're in Sweden. I don't know. It's probably 2 a.m. there or something like that. I have no idea what the time change is, but maybe we can do an earlier show in the new year and get some of these people. I know there's a couple people in the UK that watch us. So,
Hey,
Here you go.
Chuck.
Any sound?
Oh,
There you go.
dude, we
Yay.
got sound.
Hey, I got it. Happy New
But hey,
Year.
it's time
See
to
you
go.
later.
We're over an hour. Sorry, we got to go now. What is up, Chuck?
You been all right?
Dude, we're looking up at you. We got the ceiling behind you, but that's okay.
Oh yeah,
Don't screw with it, man. We got sound.
Okay.
Don't screw with it. I'd rather look at your forehead in the ceiling than have sound. Any new creations that you made for Christmas?
I've been working on. I'm actually in Virginia right now.
You're in my state. What are you doing here?
Which part of Virginia are you
Virginia
from?
Beach, man.
Okay, I'm in the Richmond area. So.
Oh, you're an hour north, man.
Okay. Yep. Fort Lee. Fort Greg Adams now, but Fort Lee.
What are you, reservist?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
But I've been working on some uniforms, some African uniforms with a leopard pattern from some cheap fabric I got from Walmart. But I don't have any pictures or any of them here with me. But that's what I've been working on.
You don't bring your toys with you when you're on reserve duty?
Sometimes I do.
You guys have to share rooms with anybody, and then you got like you got to explain shit.
But yeah, I didn't have any space in my bag. Otherwise, I would have taken them, done some photos around here. I didn't know y'all had snow up here. We got snow up here already.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow. Dude, yesterday was 71 degrees down here, and today it's 50-ish.
Okay. Well, it's been about 40 degrees since I've been here this morning. So.
Wow. Yeah, that's cold for Virginia, man. For us.
So.
Well, glad you could pop in, even just for a little bit.
What's the topic of tonight's show?
Well, we were making fun of Gregorio being the youngest one here, but I think you got him beat now. So. We were having to explain to Gregorio who Elvis or
Elvis.
Evil Elvis. Evil Knievel was, and
Evil Knievel.
Yeah. He's 27. How old are you?
I'm 30.
Oh, you do got him beat.
No,
Sorry.
but I watched the. I remember one day I was watching TV and they had the made-for-TV Evil Knievel movie on.
Oh Lord!
And it was it's like it's Viva Knievel or something like that.
Yeah.
You remember that?
He played in it. He was in it.
He was in it.
Yeah.
I do remember that. Wow, that's from the 70s, right? Early 70s.
That was when he had that big, huge collar on his outfit. Yeah, looked like something Elvis would wear. Yeah.
Yep.
You got to watch the George Hamilton version.
Oh my!
Where George Hamilton plays Evil Knievel.
Oh,
yes. I think I saw that actually at the theater.
Yeah. So
That's
you paid
how old
money
I
to go
am.
see that? Wow. Okay.
That guy was a wild man when he was young. He was a wild one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Chuck, do you have any G.I. Joe Christmas memories from your childhood that you can tell us about?
Let's see. So, in this was about 2001, 2000. I remember I had a pretty big Max Steel Christmas.
Nice.
That was when they had like the snake series with the Bioconstrictor guy. That was his name. The 12-inch Bioconstrictor. He's my favorite Max Steel villain because he's a reptile guy. And I got a bunch of figures from that wave. And I remember getting some Power Team guys. And that was like the golden age of Power Team, where you could go to Walmart, Kmart, any drugstore, any grocery store, Dollar General. You can go to all those different places and you could find a different version of Power Team figure for like next to nothing. You get a fully dressed 12-inch figure for $5, but that was a lot of fun. And I used to think they were just, these weren't as good as G.I. Joe, but I would love to go to any store now and be able to buy a 12-inch action figure like a Power Team figure. But that's about 20 years ago. So
yeah, but their accessories were awesome. I mean, I have that tower. The tower I think is better than the original Adventure Team tower. It's put together, it's more solid, and
more room for the figures to hang out.
Oh, big time. Yeah. And they got that house. They had the house and the headquarters building.
I mean, you can still grab World Peacekeepers for $15, $20.
Yeah.
And they're good figures.
Yeah. And they're like the only company that's making the modern army pattern right now for the 12-inch figures. Well, they got this other company. I think it's like a one guy deal. I forgot his name, but he's making those modern uniforms too. I forgot his name.
Gregorio, the uniforms you used on your last video, what were those? Was that
Which
Hot
one?
Toy?
Oh,
Was
the
it Hot
Tiger
Toy?
Sharp ones?
Yeah. Well,
These were Leap Brigade.
no. The figures with the helmets on that you use in your videos.
Oh, the Titanfall ones?
Yeah. Oh, Titanfall. Yeah.
These?
Yeah. Who makes those? Is that
This is a mix of
those
Damn
uniforms?
Toys,
Oh,
Easy
damn
and
toy.
Simple, Flag Set,
Yeah.
a lot of the military style figures. So
Yeah.
I know that one I don't know the exact like receipts for, but this one's definitely a Damn Toys Gorka suit.
Yeah.
So
That's cool.
It's Bandit Joe's. You guys ever heard of Bandit Joe's?
yeah,
Band of Joe.
Bandit.
Oh, Bandit.
Oh,
No.
Bandit.
Bandit
Yeah.
Joe's. Yeah.
I'll have to check it out.
Zukov's. If you Google Zukov's attic
Yeah.
on Google, then you will pull up his website where he sells all kinds of miscellaneous 1/6 stuff, and he supplies Bandit Joe stuff from I think he's I've never met the guy, but from his post and everything, I think he's like a veteran guy who likes to make 1/6 scale uniforms. But he makes modern stuff too.
Yeah.
But I've gotten good stuff from Zukov's attic. If you guys ever are looking for like miscellaneous 12.
I've bought from him a lot. He's good. Zukov.
Is he? Yeah.
And this is a website.
Yeah.
Okay.
Zukov's attic. Yeah.
He's on eBay as well.
Okay.
You can find him.
He's like Josetta, right?
Well, he does. He parts out stuff.
Okay.
So you can buy bits and pieces and naked figures, But he's good. I've got a lot of my SA Joes from him, so he's a legit guy and not bad prices.
Yeah.
Dollbase said subscribers increased in the last 12 days. If you come on my show, they're gonna quadruple, man. I'm telling you. Right? I mean, that's what happened to Mike. Nobody knew about Mike, and then all of a sudden, boom. Right, Mike? Isn't that what happened?
Sorta, yeah.
Come on, man. Make me feel good,
Hey, folks, I'm going to bow out here. I've got a couple of things I need to do. So I'm going to wish everybody a Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, Happy New Year, Happy Holidays. So
take care.
See you in the new year, brother.
See ya.
Take care. Yeah, I'm going to be cutting out soon, too, but I hate to leave Chuck. Chuck just got in here, man. I hate to...
You're fine.
Chuck's in my state right now, dude. It's what 9 o'clock?
Almost 9:30 all time.
Yeah,
right?
9:30. We're a half hour normal, man.
Yeah.
So I'm seeing who else is texting away here. Tim's still with us. Well, Tim, it's like 5 o'clock his time. He's in Washington State, so it's early for him. Dollbase is in Sweden. Like I said, I don't think.
They got people in Sweden who collect GI Joes.
Well, yeah, Action Man. Gosh. Any chance you're going to the Dallas Fort Worth show, Chuck? We were all just talking about that.
Is that like the place to be at this year?
Well, between that and the Atlanta show, I think are the two big. Well, that and the Kentuckiana too. Those three, I think, are the big ones.
I see. I will probably be at the Winterfest.
Oh, you're doing the Winterfest one?
Yeah, it's like a couple-hour drive for me. So.
All right.
And then I will for sure always be at Toylanta. And then
Toylanta or Joelana?
Toylanta, Joelana, Joelana. Like I used to go to the Joelana in the spring, and then they renamed it to Toylanta. And I like the fall show because they specialize in 12-inch stuff, but fall is always August is always questionable for me.
Yeah.
But the Dallas Fort Worth show does look like a lot of fun. Is there going to be like a big meeting there of all your guests, or
I'd like to, because that's what I'm doing at Toylanta. Buddy Finethy asked me to go down to Toylanta. He's going to put me in a room on the side, and I'm just going to interview people and do live streams all the time while I'm there.
Okay.
So I'm going to be at Toylanta, and I don't know. We'll talk to Greg maybe and do the same thing down at Dallas Fort Worth.
Okay.
Try to do the same thing.
I'll let you know if I'm going.
I know Max Hog's going to be down there. He said he's got a table, and Jim Egner's going to be down there, and so we're trying to talk Gregorio into going down. We might have to. We got to call your parents or anything like that, dude, or what are we going to do?
They have a exclusive name for that place yet?
I don't know.
No?
Oh, for Greg's, I think they use that same place because.
Oh, I meant exclusive 12-inch figure of the.
I don't know. Well, yes, because he said he was working with Ace and a couple other people to do something special just for the 60th anniversary, G.I. Joe 60th anniversary.
Oh,
so
yeah.
I'm sure they're going to have something. He wouldn't tell us what it was last time he was on, but he said they're doing something since Hasbro they're not doing anything for 12-inch. You know,
Yeah.
so he definitely was.
Well, did y'all see that Hasbro?
Yeah.
They're knocking out about 20% of their workforce.
We just saw that 1,100 people got laid off right before Christmas, man.
Yeah. But well, I mean, it would make sense when you see all of Hasbro stock is all at the Ollie store.
Yep.
So.
Yeah. That hopefully it's obviously a bad thing when a lot of people lose their jobs, but hopefully they fired a bunch of people who were just taking an IP and slapping on a toy and sending it out and acting like they're doing something special, and maybe it'll inspire more creativity and creating new original ideas, and because they know that the movies aren't a definite sell anymore.
Yeah.
Well, if anybody else wants to check out, I'm going to be heading out here shortly. I don't want to leave you guys hanging, but
I'll check out to make you feel okay about leaving. So. But it was nice being on. Thank y'all.
Absolutely, man. We'll see you in the new year, brother. We'll bring you back in the new year, definitely. Mm-hmm. January 8th, I think, is our next show.
Okay, so it'll be a while.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Thank you.
You got some time to come up with some new projects to show us.
All right. Y'all take care.
Hey, have a Merry Christmas, brother.
Now.
You too.
Yeah. I'll check out too.
All right, man. The Russian Mafia hitman. He's going to leave us, huh?
I gotta go make a hit.
Right on.
All right.
You're gonna have to delete the stream now.
Merry Christmas, everybody.
Merry Christmas. Right. Take care now.
See you in the new year, bro.
Well, that was a pretty fun show, and
yeah, man. I'm glad everybody chimed in, man. It was pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
We even had Adam and Jeff checking in with us. That was cool. So still got 14 people in the chat room. But it's getting to be that time, man. And Santa Claus here has got to go to bed soon, man.
Yeah.
So.
Right.
You got any big plans for the next few weeks, Paul, besides the train?
I can't do anything because I got my trains, man. I got some time off of work. I'm only doing 3-day weeks right now till January, but all my downtime is working on that thing, you know. I'm more of a like I like doing the scenery stuff. I could care less if the trains run, but I know everybody comes to see the trains run.
Yeah.
That's like the hardest part because I'm doing N scale, which is the smallest. Mm-hmm. And I tell you, man, any little fleck of dust or anything throws those things off, man, you know. And it's just, and because they're in my garage door's open because everybody comes in. I'm like vacuuming that thing every night and cleaning the track, and it's a pain in the ass. And I got 6 trains running at the same time, so they never all work, and they definitely don't work for a full 2 weeks. You know what I mean? So
yeah.
It's a work of art. Yeah, I mean,
I mean, it's fun, and I'll show you guys the close-up videos of all the stuff. You know, I did all the models and everything like that. But with 3D printing now, man, you can print anything. So I think in the next couple of years, some of the model makers, they're not going to be making stuff anymore because people can just print. You know, if you want your own house on there, you can just print it up. You know what I mean? You can make an N scale look like your neighborhood if you want. You know, just go around, take pictures of people's houses and print them up on 3D. You know.
Yeah.
So
you don't even need to do that. You just go on Google Maps. They have 3D scans of everything. So
exactly. Yeah. So.
All right,
well, guys, I'm about ready to head out.
All right.
If you guys want to say Happy New Year and Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays.
Because I dropped something. But thank you for having me on. I appreciate it.
Dude, it's been a great year. Again, this is episode 44, I think. Out of 52 weeks in a year, and we didn't start till the last week of January. We did pretty dang good this year, man. You know, as far as everybody pitching in. I want to thank all the guests that have been on the show before. I want to thank all my supporters. My subscribers jumped almost 1,000 when we started this. You know, I was around 1,500. Now I'm over 2,600, I think. So it was really nice. It was a great year. I hope we continue it in the next year. You know, season 2.
Yeah,
exactly.
Year 2. So, hey, you guys have a Merry Christmas, and I'll see you January 8th.
All right.
Merry Christmas.
See you then.
Happy holidays.